Hey y'all, I figured we'd come live and just talk about a few things for a few minutes. I know today there's a lot going on, and this is a tough one for a lot of people, but there's some things I want to talk about. So I'm going to shut this off and we're going to get going and have a discussion. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Wednesday evening. How's everybody doing tonight? How are you guys all holding up? I know there's a shit ton of people live right now, so those of you that catch us on the replay, because there will be quite a few. Hello, thank you for stopping by. Let me put a banner on here. So I am not going to, just so everybody is aware, I'm not going to be playing the interviews. I'm sure most of you have seen them by now, and every channel on YouTube that I can think of is live or has been live, dissecting every breath, every movement, what they're wearing, what they look like. I cannot. It is. My heart goes out to Chris, Katie, and Seth. All three of them. I'm sure today has been extremely rough. Hey, Music City Mom. Hey, Am. Hey, Benny Ray, Lady V, AV, Shelly, Revival. I saw people were going back and forth whether that was true or not. Hey, OG Fish. Hey, Steph, JC, S. Francisco, Catherine, Crafty Girl, Nature Rocks, Lynn Love and Light, Janice in Accounting, Dazed and Amazed. Hi, babe.
Hi.
It's so nice that you're sitting here instead of just tuning in from...
I'm here, everyone.
Hey, Pika. I tell you what, you can't get me like in a bad mood. Well, this is depressing, like to watch this stuff, but other than outside of this, the world is back in normal. Hey, Kimberly. Sorry, I don't even know who I said. Hey, Pika. I think I said hi to you. Fit and Curvy, Teresa, Margot, Criminal Med, Austin.
Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy. Roxanne, JKX, TT Tip.
Hey, Crafty Girl.
Trish, Diana. It really is. Like, it is. Yeah, the hair is a big issue for sure. Hey, Emily. Hey, Doxy. Pink Burst. Hello, Chico. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about, Fit and Curvy. So if this one's too much for you guys, I'm going to do a quick run through with what I'm seeing. I know you guys are seeing the same thing. I'm not going to keep you guys here long, but I had to say something. Hey, Tebow. PJ Second Chance. Mal, it's good to see you. Oh.
Hey, Pika.
Emily, that's true. But on the airplane thing too, not to get off topic, but there's a lot more that goes on with aviation than people ever realize. It's just at times it gains more attention. There is more things that happen at certain times, things that go wrong, stuff like that. But there's a lot that goes on in the aviation world all the time, it seems like.
Yeah, had a huge shortage of air traffic controllers for a while.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Hey, that Michelle. Patty Ponytail. Yeah, Lynn Love and Light.
Thank you, that Michelle.
Fit and curvy, I totally understand. Hey, Ohana, Gramanini. You were punching the air last night. Hey, Debbie. It's a lot. It's just a fucking lot. Like, I don't have the words to articulate what I'm actually thinking truly tonight either. So bear with me. Oh, I'm sure you have, Flower Girl. Yeah, this is a lot. If you need to tap out, please do.
Hey, Kimberly.
Because what we're going to do is I'm just going to take the opportunity to show you guys, and this is just a tiny section of who's been live over the last 24 hours, trashing this family. Straight up trashing this family. Blank screen. It is horrific. Horrific. Hey, J-Dub. Hey, Sunday Doodles. All right, let's get going. I'm going to start with Don B. Don B, this is from, just so you guys know, 8 hours ago. I'm just going to run down some of the ones that might not be getting any attention for how fucking disgusting it is. It'll be a wide variety of who I selected, most of the ones that we've reviewed before. But the title of this one, Katie Proudfoot's Big Nothing Burger Interview, Sebastian Rogers case. So exactly what was she supposed to, like, what was this interview supposed to be? So fucking social media armchair detectives think they can fucking do what? Do what? And by the way, let me make it very clear, because this is all I've got to say about the fucking circle jerk of fucking bullshit going on. I'm not interested. Never been interested. Definitely not interested now. But while people can mock us for speaking up and using our voices to attempt to get attention on how badly laws do need to catch up, and we will continue to use our voices and only get louder. Did you hear me? We'll only get louder, because it's about time that we stand up and say, no, we're not going to sit back and normalize this bullshit. It's not okay. We are not going to normalize what is being done to this family or any other family. And if you don't like how I do it, then fucking do something about it. Go do something and stand for something instead of fucking standing for nothing. Because while you guys want us to remain silent and normalize what is happening to these parents and these families and these victims and all these things over and over again, we will continue to get louder and continue to fuck up trying to figure out ways that we can do better to protect these families. Mock me, shame me, but you'll never stand beside me or with me. Any questions? It's not open for discussion. That's how I feel. And that's the way it will remain. I have to respect someone to give a shit about their opinions of me and what I am attempting to do. I am one small speck using my voice to push back on things that will not become normalized in the society I live in. I want better for my children. I want better for the next victim and their family. I want better for my fellow human beings. And while I might not be able to do shit and I don't have all the answers, I know that I'd rather speak out and stand for something than nothing at all. And that's my response. No response sometimes is the best response. And that's all you get. Okay, back to this. So we're just going to go off on showing some of the ones that have been dragging these people once again through the mud.
What is going on? Hope you're doing good. Old Don Beats got him a little bit of Taco Bell, and we're going to talk a little bit about Sebastian Rogers and the Katie Proudfoot news interview that she done that they released. I told you guys, again, this video is just going to be short and sweet. Most of mine are. But I told you, I mean, after watching it, I was like, when I make my video about this, I'm going to have to say, I told you so.
I told you so, huh? I told you so, huh? You told us what, Don B? That you've got pretty much everything wrong so far? Again, if you want the facts, solely the facts, the TBI newsroom is where you're going to go for that, not your local fucking armchair detective on YouTube that thinks they know something because somebody that they might talk to might have an insider information into XY. If you want the facts, solely the facts, you go to the TBI newsroom, and that's all the further you need to go.
Some guy who looks like Mr. Clean.
Yeah. Fucking seriously.
These
people make me.
If you didn't watch my last video, I spoke a little bit about, what to expect from it or what not to expect from it. I said basically that I don't think that they're going to say anything that they haven't said already.
Roxanne, I don't know what you're talking about with Candace. I have no idea what you're talking about. I wasn't involved in the Summerwells case at all. So I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Right. And they didn't. Unfortunately, they didn't say anything, or Katie didn't say anything that she hasn't said already. Right. And I had a little rant about the FBI, TBI, and the local police. And man, a lot of you guys are saying Katie looks like crap. She does. Well, she's flush. Almost look like she's sweating, flush. I don't know. Just and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, if you were missing your kid for a year, you probably look like shit too. But I mean, I'm just saying she did not look healthy. Nothing bad.
I mean, how many times do we have to state the obvious that it's been an extremely stressful year? Extremely stressful year. Extremely stressful year. Okay, Roxanne, I'm not sure what's going on or who you're talking to, but at the end of the day, we don't have to like anything in these people's lives. We don't have to like these people at all. But what we don't do is insert ourselves into their lives and try to say that we know everything that goes on with them or have any idea fully what truly is going on. There's no evidence that they committed a crime either at this point in time. You can have strong opinions, and I know a lot of people do. You can absolutely have those, and maybe in time, law enforcement will find the evidence to back up those theories. But at this point in time, she's still the mother of a missing child, and she will be treated as such. I don't know anything more than that. Truly, I don't know what you guys are arguing about, but people seem to pick and choose who they can. I don't know. It's so fucking weird to me.
Bad. I'm not making fun of her or nothing like that, but I have to agree with you guys. I would think health wise, she doesn't look good. Okay.
It's so weird.
But again, basically, as Katie put it, unfortunately, even with the help of the world's most prestigious law enforcement.
Okay. Roxanne, please stop. I don't know what you're talking about in here, but this is so far off topic of what we are talking about. Again, you're entitled to have all your strong opinions of them. Absolutely. They're just not welcome here. So I guess that is like not even what we're remotely talking about right now. I don't know who else is, but whew. Yeah.
People. The FBI. Heck, I even think the Secret Service is kind of helping out from time to time. But even with the FBI, who I consider the world's elite law enforcement agency.
Oh yeah, now.
Nothing. In 1 year. Now just think about this, guys. In 1 year, well, and in the Summerwells case too.
He has to constantly compare the two. With part of the playbook. Comparing cases is part of the playbook.
FBI being involved, one of the world's elite law enforcement agencies. They are still at square one. They still cannot say that there's foul play involved. They cannot say that there's not foul play involved. right? They can't even say whether they think he walked off or there's foul play involved, right? Now, a lot of you guys have made some comments and said they do not issue Amber Alerts on runaways. Great point. So is that one of their
Can anybody catch these fuckers up? There's many different criteria of why an Amber Alert is issued, and one of those could be because of his chromosomal deletion syndrome, the fact that he's on the autism spectrum. There's many other reasons why Amber Alerts are issued, like, fuck, oh dear.
things
I don't have much patience for these people, you can tell.
to, like they went and searched the landfill at just a precautionary measure? Is the Amber Alert just a precautionary measure? Just because his safety is at risk? Is that what that is?
Daisy, speaking of the Petitos, Justin on TikTok did a great interview with Gabby's mom and stepdad, or I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It just the other night. If you guys haven't seen that, that was actually a really good interview.
And the whole, I mean, we could talk. No, we could probably talk for 30 minutes to an hour about the Amber Alert, guys. But nothing. Not one thing. They can't say whether he ran off. They can't say if there's foul play involved. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It was just Katie's interview to me.
It was initially an endangered alert and then upgraded to an Amber Alert. I mean, this guy
was just a big nothing burger. And of course, they had, I knew it was coming. They had to throw in the, the restraining order on Betty, but
they had to throw in the restraining order on Betty. No, it's important.
This guy's fucking just rambling on.
It's important because that's part of what they've had to go through. Just one small fraction. She's one of hundreds who have tortured and tormented this family.
Yeah. It's really
crazy.
Sad, guys, that you've got multiple law enforcement agencies involved. And with the technology they've got nowadays too. I mean, like I said, it's not like we're back in the 70s or 80s. But again, on the flip side, I guess technology has its limitations too. You know what I mean? Let's talk about Sebastian's communications, if you will. And speaking of law enforcement investigative technologies, I'm thinking, guys, and this is really frustrating with me. I'm thinking that if Sebastian had been communicating with someone on the internet, whether it be a Game Boy, PlayStation, Xbox, whatever, if he was communicating with someone via the internet, personal computer, phone, knowing what I know about technology and law enforcement, and some of you guys know this stuff too, they would have found out.
No, they would not necessarily. Look at Alicia Navarro. Alicia Navarro went missing out of Arizona. She was missing for 4 years. She had contact with people off the internet, and then the trail went cold. She was missing for 4 entire years, was later walked into a Havre, Montana police department on her own. And there we have it. So again, they can have a trail. It can go cold. There can be communication. Like, oh God.
Thanks a lot, Tim Ballard.
They would have found out if Sebastian had been communicating with somebody, and if that person had maybe went over there to, meet Sebastian and take him away or something like that.
That's just one of so many cases that these people.
I think that if that was the case, this would have already been solved.
Thank God it's not up to what you think.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, I can't with him. So let's just go down the list. Let's go further down the list. Next up, Crime Time Buzz. Here's Crime Time Buzz in her full glory. She speaks Polly's theories, threats, past tense lingo, sloppy word choice of a mother or leakage of a mother or leakage. Oh, Lippy, so bad. By the way, great video earlier. I laughed my fucking ass off. Thank you so much for the needed laugh.
It's unspeakable. It's befuddling. It's
CK.
non-relatable. We don't understand.
Hey, Cash.
Well, she speaks, Katie Proudfoot.
Oh, I got to rewind it. You guys got to hear the first part.
It is February 26, 2025. And in a world where our children are increasingly vanishing
Hey,
at
Terry.
the hands of their parents, step-parents, family members, we, as the public, watch with eagle ears and eyes of scrutiny.
Eagle ears and eyes of scrutiny. Please don't become a poet.
As the narratives unfold. The disappearance of Sebastian Rogers from Hendersonville, Tennessee, who was reported missing 1 year ago today, is one such.
Revival Cash might have accidentally got something. I don't know. He said, oops. He was trying to do something and did something else. I don't know what he did, though.
Story. A vanishing, per se. Premeditated, many speculate. Because a silent mom, a voiceless mom, when their child is missing, is of great concern to the world watching, to the world searching, to the world praying. It's unspeakable. It's befuddling.
It's unspeakable, huh? We got to speed this shit up. There ain't no fucking... Told you, my patience is thin.
It's non-relatable. We don't understand. Well, she speaks, Katie Proudfoot, without Mr. Chris, the stepfather. Let's take a listen to her past tense rhetoric. After 9 months, is it information regarding Sebastian's fate? That this is a recovery, not a rescue? Or is it the careless words of a mother who has had nothing to say for 9 months? Let's listen together.
The careless words of a mother who has had nothing to say for 9 months. What was she supposed to say? What was she supposed to do? Oh, right. You guys all tell us, right? You guys all have all of the answers, right? She should have done this. She should be doing that. She should have done this. Yeah. Okay.
Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers.
As you've said and concocted lie after lie after lie after lie on their family off of rumors and speculation. And you've expected her to what? Respond to you?
We are Sebastian's army. We have fallen in love with this beautiful, amazing 16-year-old, 5'5" young man who dons rectangular dark glasses and an amazing smile that is infectious.
Bye, Cat.
And made the world fall in love with him. He loves life. He loves socializing with his father, going and meeting with the neighbors, playing Dungeons and Dragon games, playing.
You're hearing it already. You're hearing it already. He loves to go socialize with his father. It just gets worse and worse.
Video games with his dad, fishing, going to parks, math, animals. He had hopes, dreams, and he still does. And we need to bring him home. We need to hear what his mother has to say. So let's go ahead and listen. I'm going to be sharing all of the audio with you, and we will talk about each thing as they come. The mother, KP, begins with telling us about Sebastian's likes. Hang tight.
Are the number one. He loves animals, almost all animals. Animals, video games, books, and any chance in the pool. He loves water. He swims like a fish. Sebastian also missed his birthday, December 7th. He would.
Oops.
He turned 16, and he should be home for that.
Yes, he should be home. He should be home for that. And that's very sad. Do you think that that was a slip up? He would have been. Let's talk about it. But he loves cats.
No, it's not a slip up. It's not this big, huge thing that you guys can rip her apart for, even though the entire internet is ripping her apart for it. How many times have we heard that happen with parents of missing children? Every time. Oh, these people.
He's a fish in the water. A little concerning there. You know, children, all children are attracted
Well,
to water,
there's
but
that.
especially children on the spectrum. Let's go ahead, and I want to share something else with you. Let's go ahead and listen to that little comment again.
His birthday, December 7th. He turned 16, and he should be home for that. What's his
Caught
birthday?
herself.
December 7th. He turned 16, and he should be home for that. What's his birthday? December 7th. He He turned 16, and he should be home for that.
Yes, he should. And I'm sure Seth Rogers totally agrees. He would have been, and she caught herself.
You know what? It drives me absolutely mad to see these people pick apart every single word that comes out of their mouth. I can't even imagine how emotionally exhausting it was to try and keep it together for these interviews. Knowing that by coming out and speaking and hollering and wanting her son home, she was going to be ridiculed, mocked, crucified, everything, by just coming out and telling her son she loves him. She wants him home. They've been screaming that how dare she remain silent? How dare she not say anything? And then as soon as she does, it's not good enough. It's, oh, look at the guilty slip ups. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, look at how she's breathing. Look at them rocking. Every single thing is wrong with what she did say. They're damned if they do and they're damned if they don't, truly. And this is a family that came to the internet and asked for awareness to be brought to their missing child. That's all they asked for.
Friends, is this knowledge, guilty knowledge slipping out allegedly? That this is a recovery? We need to brace ourselves, buckle up? That it's not a rescue like we hope? I hope not. She continues to go on and talk about how that evening was a normal evening, calm, no punishment involved.
Of last year, after dinner at the Texas Roadhouse on the 25th, Katie says she and her son went home. Did anything happen the night he went missing that was like caused him to run away? Was he punished in any way? An argument? Just a normal night? It was a normal night. It was a calm night. That turned tumultuous by the next morning. It was when I went in his room and he wasn't there. He wasn't in his bed. Katie.
So
Revival, last I saw, was clutch those pearls. He probably made the rounds, but that's where I saw him being told.
there's her alibi. The alibi of they went home after the Texas Roadhouse and it was the two of them. Now, if you really think about some of the players who are being considered in this circumstance of Sebastian's disappearance, I believe KP, if this is premeditated and people
Her name is Katie.
conspiring together, the people conspiring forgot or planned, and she overlooked, that she is pretty much the only one with an alibi that cannot be concurred. Now, I know some people's have not been verified, but they're in public allegedly and should be able to be verified.
Obviously, they've been verified if law enforcement told Nick Barris that none of the parents are suspects. And right now, there's no evidence of foul play. Obviously, their whereabouts have been verified. You might not like the messenger, but that was the message. That was the message that Nick Barris got through law enforcement, was the parents are not suspects. Oh,
KP, the only one who can verify her alibi, is Sebastian, and unfortunately, he has not been seen now for 366 days. As of yesterday, it was 365. Let's go ahead and continue on. She said it was a normal day. A normal day. He wasn't punished. It was calm. Okay. Now,
just can't.
sadly enough, after 9 months of silence, and I had said, I hope she doesn't address social media because this is not about her. This is about Sebastian. And after 9 months of silence, when you're finally using your voice, don't make it about you. But unfortunately, she does address her disdain with social media.
There were quite a bit of people that were.
Chris, which one's that? Which one did that?
Sending some very threatening and hateful messages to us. What would you say to those people? Just stop.
Just stop. Well, I know that she feels that people are targeting her. But again, like I began in the beginning, it's a world who cannot understand a mother who is silent when their child is missing, a mother who is traveling and vacationing.
Where's the proof of that? And again, life cannot come to an absolute halt. At some point in time, no matter, these are human beings. Daisy Duke, I reposted that on my wall today. That is such good news. Such good news for the Rusiks. Yeah, truly. Something needs to be done. Which one is it, Chris? Oh my gosh, no. I had no idea. Oh my gosh. Lady K, this is Crime Time Buzz.
Allegedly while her child is missing. A mother who was spotted numerous times out of state since her child's been missing. A mother who has moved out of the home of the child she claims ran away, walked out on his own. So the very...
Where's the proof that the mother moved out of their home? What is the... Do you understand what she's saying here again? Oops. Sorry, babe. It's still rolling.
Holy shit.
How did... It's even flat on the one side. Where's the proof of any of this? Meanwhile, we know people are keeping them under surveillance, basically. And then they say that they've moved out of... Like, what are we doing? What's the purpose of the lies?
home he would return.
Within weeks. Straight talker, too. Like, and again, I mean, everybody's going to do what they're going to do. Like, they're going to react. I'm not even going to pass judgment on him trying to find somebody to console him at that time with having a missing child. Truly, like, I'm not going to do that. But the fact that it's so, this just pisses me off.
Turn to. She's left it. They're selling it. Not even bad enough that within a week, she was so worried about the neighbors being bothered, she left so Sebastian wouldn't have even had a way to find her or come home to her. Within a week, gone. Campground in Mississippi. But
no, she was not. That's factually incorrect. Stalking, yeah, Tebow, very good point. Wrong term, not surveillance, stalking. Lippy, the one you clipped last night, had the audacity to show a video with their floor plan in it again. Meanwhile, saying the final straw was when she showed my property. The irony of how she doesn't understand. Isn't this is, where did they get this information? Like, this is straight up lies.
But now, moved out, house being sold. Says a lot.
Where is the proof of this shit?
Doesn't it? Are all of KP's actions letting us know that this is a recovery, not a rescue, and that she never intended for Sebastian to come home? Let's keep listening. There's a little bit more to go. She is going to talk about the fact that she and her husband have taken polygraphs. Buckle up.
Okay, it's
lie,
horrible.
Truth. What do you think? Drop it in the comments. Hold on.
Lippy, right? Lippy, there's a clip of that one that you clipped last night saying that was her final straw. That's what was the final straw for her to join the stupid filing, was when she showed my property. And then she turns around and shows a video with the inside of a missing child's family. Like their home. Like, it's just, what the hell? These people have lost it. Oh my gosh, the list is so long. Crazy. By the way, she's playing. She's just not playing anything. This is the most peaceful part of this whole interview. As I was watching these, I was telling Kyle, I was like, I am getting physically ill watching these.
What do you believe happened to Sebastian? Unfortunately, over the last year, I have thought
Crazy Lippy.
every single day, night, every moment of every possibility of something that could happen to him, where he could have gone, if he had gone with someone, if someone took him willingly, unwillingly, if he'd run away and got lost, if he'd a million different things. And unfortunately, I don't know. But Katie and a private investigator.
And I'm not going to give that any credit right there because we don't need to listen to that about that video again. And that does.
I'm not going to give that any credit. I'm not going to give that any credit. But I will sit there and go through At Night Media's posts. I will blame other creators for possible pastors that I don't like, for being involved in child trafficking off of At Night Media posts. I'm going to give those things credit, but I'm not going to even acknowledge this is their private investigator and here's footage from the... Okay, this makes so much sense, right?
I do want to say that blows my mind that they are still putting out that video of the supposed non-dog walker, which, by the way, it is a dog walker. I have the exact path from one of the neighbors that person takes with their dog every night. So when SF says the dog walker is just not in this piece of footage, but I have them.
And by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this weirdo, Crime Time Buzz, concocted this whole story about the Secret Service on the way to Tennessee one time, Trump, all that shit. Remember when Trump was in the front seat of the SUV? Crime Time Buzz concocted a whole story, and it ended up with a YouTuber who's a pastor, local in their area, being involved in child trafficking. That's how that she concocted a story off of post by at night, but she won't look at video from SF. And okay, makes total sense. Let me just push this button.
And they're two different people. Not true, not a fact as far as I've been told by my very reliable sources. Okay, so we have a lot that has been said, in my opinion, that is.
Or the crazy ramblings that she's taken from Facebook and Janine's play and turned them into fucking content. 27.27 miles Westmoreland natural burial grounds. Like she's fucking the helicopters. Remember the helicopter flying over and she was hit the deck, everybody. There's a helicopter flying over the neighborhood. There's helicopters that fly over every neighborhood very often. If you live anywhere outside of a big town.
Inaccurate. And keep going, because we are now going to, and I'm sorry, I said the polys, that's coming up, but she doesn't know what's happened. She's thrown out a lot of options now after the year, which many people would do. Have, you know, in the beginning, we wondered where the curiosity was. So let's go ahead and listen to her final excerpt on the polygraphs. But what I was saying about the video is it blows my mind that they said they are not willing to dismiss it, SF and the Proudfoots, until law enforcement confirms that they have the identity of that individual. Shocking to me.
Pretty Eye, what do you mean? She's got that comment on the screen. This fucking crazy shit, people.
Especially when the green hoodie was out there. I didn't hear the same perseverance, tenacity to get that green hoodie identified, did we? No, but there was a boot scoot boogie over to the Texas Roadhouse to get the footage. Now, why would you want footage if...
Do you guys hear this? Again, where's the proof of this? Where's the fucking proof of this? Was there ever proof that Katie ran over... Oh, Kyle's ringing, ding, ding, ding. He always... he has his ringer on and I don't have mine on. What the hell?
If there's nothing on it, no circumstance at the Texas Roadhouse that would be suspicious or would warrant anyone seeing anything, why would you waste your time going there? Especially, in my opinion, when you don't even spend the time looking for your child, but you're there covering your own patootie.
Oh, got you. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I don't care what she has to say about it. That's over and done with for me.
Looking for footage, banging on neighbors' doors for footage, among many other suspicious behaviors, in my opinion. Let's keep going. Let's listen to the polygraph story now.
Katie says detectives searching for that truth left no question unasked. Why detectives? Yes, for yourself and my husband. Which Katie says they asked. We don't know what investigators say about the test, but Katie says they have searched her home. Thoroughly, many times. Cadavers, searchers. What do police tell you at this point? What do they think? Unfortunately, that they have zero evidence. Zero trace of the boy with a smile that's imprinted on countless hearts, especially, Katie says, on her own.
That's her tattoo.
Like to tell my son that I love him and to know that we are never going to stop searching. So a lost smile can be found. Anyone who believes...
I would just be happy if she started searching, in my opinion.
What do you know, lady? What do you even know? You're not even close by there. Like, what do you...
Okay, I would be happy. She does in the thumbnail, you'll see the little inset of a green tattoo, a green tattoo. It's a 3/4 of a heart. It stops and then a cross to kind of finish it, but it's disconnected. That is on her forearm. Apparently as a tribute to Sebastian. So we need to bring him home.
So we're going to have the problem of Katie having a tattoo, but it's okay for random strangers too. Is that what we're doing?
His mother and stepfather will be on an interview tonight, February 26th, marking the 1-year mark that Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers was reported.
Good night, Pika. Yeah. Pika, go lay down. Have a great night. You guys check out if you need to. That's what I said in the beginning. I should have done another one. You guys, these get worse. They get worse than this.
Reported missing.
This has been all day today. All fucking day today. It has been one after another. Kyle and I went to Costco and I checked before I went in, and there was like so many streams pulled up. Like everybody went over this. Reporter room. Not Molly, Betty This one. It gets worse. It really gets worse. And there's so many more.
But to come out and not look bothered at all. Oh, Lady 7 Up, thank you for that. I appreciate you.
To not look bothered at all. Okay. All right.
Big hugs to you, my friend. Yeah, Bo, I wished I wouldn't have watched it either. But if everybody remembers,
Tammy, it's absolutely mind-blowing. What's happened to this family? The comments under the videos, the comments under the videos are horrific. I've never, like, it's
my words were, they got an interview coming up.
And I don't even know how to fight back against it. I don't know how to even help get in front of it. But remaining silent seems so gross. With his parents. These parents are just shredded every single thing about their lives. We go from 4 men sitting on a panel dissecting her most private life to yesterday, the anniversary, 1-year anniversary, to somebody releasing horrific private details of her life. We're watching men sit there and just demolish these parents of missing children, this mom's privacy, her dignity. We have no evidence that she's guilty of anything, but we are watching men salivate over destroying and re-victimizing, and women too, women. And the worst part about this is it's even the dignity of the child, the missing child, has completely been stripped. And we're sitting by and just thinking, oh yeah, it'll go away, it'll stop.
And after all this time,
that'll work. Remain silent. Don't push back. Don't do that. Just let him go.
I don't even care what she had to say, because
Electro, thank you.
It was all going to be the same stuff. It was basically the same crap that we've heard in the past. And I'm just going to say it, and I'm going to call it for what it is, because give me a break.
Are you fucking joking?
You have not spoke out for your child for 9 months. You have not pleaded for people to keep talking about your son.
Lippy, I stand right with you. And I'm so thankful there's so many like you that use your voice. It's amazing. I appreciate it.
You want people to stop. But before I get on my rampage, let's go through it.
It is. It really is, Lippy. It's so bad.
Okie dokie. Here we go. Hello to everybody coming in. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all so much.
Yes. Hallucinogenic.
All right, guys. Here we go.
The last time I saw my son was when he went to bed.
Tonight marks 1 year since Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his home near Beach High School in Sumner County. He's 16 now, but there are still no confirmed sightings or leads in the case.
Fox 17 News' Kelly Apollino sat down with Rogers' mother, Katie Proudfoot, in the search for her son and the ongoing public scrutiny surrounding this investigation.
Lippy, it's so nice to stand beside all of you. Like all of you, whether you have a channel or you're a sub, all of you that are speaking up, saying something, saying enough's enough, we can't be doing this. You guys are all so important. We haven't been able to stop anything from happening to this family, and we usually can't, but we cannot normalize what is happening to this family. We cannot normalize this shit to happen to victims. We cannot.
A voice and an
Was that not the sweetest sound? I just love hearing that video. It makes me smile.
exuberant smile that have been missing for a year that Sebastian Rogers has gone without his favorite things.
Oh, geez, she's bad.
The number one. He loves animals, almost all animals.
Animals. Let's start out. The very, very first thing she's going to say, he loves cats.
I appreciate you guys.
We knew this. We also knew that she got rid of her cats so that a man can move in with her and abuse this child.
Did you guys hear? Somebody's going to have to remind me where this comment was made, but that somebody was saying that she was like hands over her lap or something like that was to cover up or hide something. Did you guys hear about that comment? Who told me about that? Somebody, you can text me if you don't want to say it publicly either and remind me who it was or what was said. People have been downright vile. Where was it said again, Revival? And what was said? Do you feel comfortable putting it in the comments? It's absolutely like the most degrading shit I've ever heard people say about anybody, let alone the mother of a missing child. Electro, thank you again. Thank you, Revival. I'll read it. Oh, thank you.
What mother is going to say, get rid of your cats? Instead of saying, I know you don't like them, but these are his cats. He's had them for a while. We need to get you some medicine to take to help with your allergies. But then again, what man would insist the cats go? From what we heard, Mr. Chris's words were, either the cats go or I go.
Do you know how many people have had those conversations over allergies and pets in their house when they're in relationships? That doesn't mean anything to do. Like, let's not do that,
Video
people.
games, books, and any chance in the pool.
He loves water. He swims like a
Yeah, that's okay. Karma is here. Let her. We know what happened. And again, I'm not interested. I said what I had to say, and I'm doing exactly what I said. Going back right into what we were talking about. Thank you for letting me know, though.
fish.
Sebastian also missed his birthday.
December 7th. He turned 16 and
December 7th.
Here's the comment. I'm going to turn my camera on. Wispy reposted it. It looks like. Yeah, it's from Wispy. It's a Wispy repost, but this is the comment. Be prepared to be sick if you haven't seen this yet. So it's probably shaky. Sorry, guys. I'll read it to you. But Wispy reposted it. It's Rochelle W. And it's from BJ's chat. Rochelle W., the one that used to come over here, said she is covering up her reproductive area, maybe hiding the past abortions or present pregnancy. The person who used to come in this chat and pretend that she was here for something besides problems. That's exactly right, OG. Who the fuck who thinks like that? Who are these people and what is wrong with our society? Where is this? TT Tiff looks like X. Looks like Twitter. That's where I'm assuming that's from. That's what it looks like to me. Yes, thank you, Revival. It was posted on X, not YouTube. It's that, like, who goes there? Like, why would you think that?
His mother, the last person that was with him, the last person in the home with him during the time he went missing, says the words he would have.
This is
would have,
crazy.
meaning.
And for any one of you that says, how dare you do this on the day how dare they sit around and shred her? Somebody needs to speak up. And there's a bunch of us, thank God, that are willing to speak up and say, no, I don't care if it's today. I don't care if it's an anniversary from today. I don't care what day it is. This is not. These things are not okay to happen to people at all.
Meaning she knows. if he has turned 16 or if he
okay.
will forever be 15. This woman, she knows.
Yeah, they
She's
did.
not saying she's playing a game with everyone to save her ass.
I don't know how we're gonna change it, but we are.
I'm sorry, but that's how I feel about it.
And he should be home for that.
But Sebastian, who has autism, hasn't been home since February of last year. After dinner at the Texas Roadhouse on the 25th, Katie says she and her son went home.
Did anything happen the night he went missing that was like cause him to run away? Was he punished in any way? An argument? Just a normal night?
It was a normal night. It was a calm night.
That turned tumultuous by the next morning.
When I went in his room and
She's terrible. She's horrible.
he wasn't there. He wasn't.
I understand a mother going back and thinking and recalling that moment, that panic or whatever. Katie, on the other hand, cannot say I went in there and he was gone, like panic urgent. It's not how she can recall it. She has to stop and gather herself, look up every time she tells this part.
The moment she realized her child was missing, do you know the body can naturally do what it needs to protect itself from trauma? Do you know what a traumatizing that moment was for her? Do you realize that the body will absolutely shut people down and shut their memory down at times too to protect themselves? Trauma responds in so many different mechanisms. We have no oh my God.
And my question to Katie is, what was in his room? What was happening in his room? What did you see, Katie, when you went into his room in the early morning hours?
Oh my God. Like, this is like,
because I don't believe he was gone.
Was in his bed.
Katie says she frantically searched the house and drove around the neighborhood at 6:30 a.m.
Hold up. Did everybody just hear that? She frantically searched the house and the whole neighborhood at 6:30 that morning. From the time she said it at the very beginning of this, it has bothered me because she herself, her words, I woke up at 6 o'clock. I went to wake him up and he was gone. Her words, I searched the whole entire house inside and out, looked out the windows, everything. Her words in 1 minute. And she was in her car on the phone with Mr. Chris at 6:03. Why can this woman not tell the same story?
you guys are having the same reaction that I did when I was watching this earlier. I watched this earlier and had tears like just welling up in my eyes. How do we do this? And how do we have so much displaced hatred for random strangers that could possibly, we have no indication that she's involved in any crime, anything. How can we do this to somebody that we have no proof that they're guilty of anything? We're okay with this. We're okay with this, huh? The pure vitriolic hatred she has in her is scary for a complete stranger going through the worst moment of their life. The displaced hatred in this person is unreal. And then I'm going to say it. She uses her own grief to justify the way she's treating Katie. That makes me even sicker.
It pisses me off because I'm telling you guys, I can tell you minute by minute of everything that happened leading up to hours before my son was in a car wreck.
Told you.
To hours after I got that call. That was 5 years ago. That detail never, ever leaves you, and it never changes. And I don't understand why people cannot see the lies.
There she goes.
They cannot understand that this woman, this mother, the person that was last with him, cannot tell the same story twice.
Until she and Sebastian's stepfather, who says he was away for work at the time, called.
You have no idea what she's told law enforcement. That's what matters here. She could tell the internet anything. It doesn't matter what she's telling anybody, truly, at the end of the day. Law enforcement is who she has needed to talk to and tell the stories to. They're the investigative agency involved in this. And she's done that. We know that. We know from law enforcement. They did that. You don't need to know shit. You've somehow entitled yourself to knowing the details of their worst moments. Why? I have no idea. But you feel entitled to demand answers from her when she don't know us shit. Not a goddamn thing. She just asked for awareness for her missing child. That was it.
Police.
We need you to search your properties every day.
But an Amber Alert and an extensive week-long search didn't yield.
Lolly Beautifully Broken is the name of the channel.
One significant lead or even a glimpse of the boy on any doorbell cam video. Days later, investigators combed through a landfill 2 hours away, still saying they had found nothing.
There is no evidence to support foul play is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
But at this point, you don't rule it out.
We're not ruling anything out.
For the next year, any activity involving Sebastian's case would fuel droves of online followers and even a restraining order against one YouTuber.
There were quite a bit of people that were, sending some very threatening and hateful messages to us.
What would you say to those people?
Just stop.
Fox 17.
Was that funny? Stop. Just stop. Because we'll file a lawsuit against you.
Do you see her mocking the way she's talking? Like, I'm going to slow it down so you guys can hear this in real time. It's becoming normalized. Like, people are doing parodies of parents of missing children. Like, it is, what world are we in? I don't want to walk amongst these people, truly. I really don't.
Just stop.
Fox 17.
Was that funny? Stop. Just stop. Because we'll file a lawsuit.
That, Michelle, I totally understand. If you guys need to check out, please do. Please do. I'm not going to play much more. I'm just going to run through a couple more, like who, and we'll do another segment. But I just wanted to show you a small glimpse of what's been happening for the last 24 to, if you haven't seen. And I'm sure you've all seen different bits and pieces because Betty's been doing it. Spanky's been doing it. There's so many that there's no way we can even touch on all the channels that have been doing this for the last. Got you, Revival. So thank you for joining me and listening. I wish we could do something to protect these families. I really do. I wish it was that easy. This is so unreal.
Against you. Is that it? Is that how she really feels?
News sent the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, the lead agency in the investigation, a list of questions in anticipation of this story, including asking if there are any new leads, what kind of evidence detectives have vetted, and if investigators still believe there is no indication of foul play. Sheriff Eric Craddock responded in an email saying, "This is an active and ongoing investigation. We continue to work with our state and federal partners. We will continue to seek a resolution in this case."
What do you believe happened to Sebastian?
Big gulp.
Unfortunately, over the last year, I have thought every single day, night, every moment of every possibility of something that could happen to him, where he could have gone, if he had gone with someone, if...
Okay, this part pisses me off. If he had gone with someone, who would that someone be, Katie? Because you, yourself, your husband told us this child had no friends. So would he be with just a random stranger come pick him up? Why do you want to put that story out there, that suggestion out there? Did you forget, Katie, that you told us he asked for friends because he has none?
Do you hear the vitriol in her speech? Yeah, Elizabeth, it's horrific. Like, these people are just, I mean, Clutch Those Pearls has been just horrific. Betty has been horrific. But then you have another one. I'm going to play this one before I end. I mean, I could just go on and on. Evil CJ, 2 days. Mob Crew. Mr. E started out 3 days ago. Don B. Like, the list just goes on and on and on, and they only get worse. But I'm going to show you one of the ones that I think is, this one just really gets under my skin. It's Bed Crime Stories. Sebastian Rogers, Katie Proudfoot's new unbelievable version of events. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. You guys know who this channel is? She's had a few lately. Mob Crew's just been terrible. This is like, this shit here is
thing. Welcome to Bed Crime Stories. I'm your host T, and it's hump day. We are halfway to the weekend.
She has a podcast too. I'm not gonna.
Whether she was part of a conspiracy to rid herself of a sometimes troublesome autistic.
Oh, hold on. Let me back that up. That's what I wanted to play.
Looks puffy, and I think it goes beyond.
Oh, didn't go back far enough. Sorry, hold on.
Here's what I observed in this short interview, part 1. Sebastian's mother, Katie Proudfoot, doesn't look like she's living her best life. She looks puffy, and I think it goes beyond puffy eyes from crying. Has she been doing some unhealthy habits to deal with all the stress? I mean, no matter what.
Are we joking right now? Are we fucking joking right now? Is this really what is happening right now?
What happened to Sebastian, whether she was part of a conspiracy to rid herself of a sometimes troublesome autistic teenage son, or whether he walked out of the house of his own accord, or whether somebody nabbed.
Kyle's still on Lolly. You got to speed up. Kyle's over here looking at Lolly.
Him when he was outside, it's gonna take a toll on the mother. If Katie's innocent of wrongdoing, then she's dealing with the loss of her only biological child. If she was involved, she's been the subject of a lot of speculation and a lot of digging up of her personal life.
You think? You think? You fucking think? I can't do anymore, you guys. I just can't. I can't. It's so disheartening because there's nothing I can say to help this family. There's nothing I can do to help this family. There's nothing I can do to protect and stop this from happening. It is horrific to see this all day, every day, over the last few days, over the last year. It's gotten progressively worse to the point where we are okay with comments such as, she is covering up her reproductive area, maybe hiding the past abortions or present pregnancy.
That's fucking insane.
Like,
That's fucking insane.
I repeat that for the fact that this is how disconnected we are. Kyle's flipping shit over that.
That pisses me off.
Like, who says things like that? Who thinks like that? Who even thinks like that? And again, you can see that comment for yourself on Forgotten Whispers X account. She reposted that from BJ's chat the other night. This is not normal behavior. We cannot normalize this being done to anybody. Women, men, victims, anything.
Hey, Mercedes.
People can question my motives. Please, you guys, I know there's a lot of yapping going on lately. I know there's a lot of talk. Let them talk. Because we just get louder and stand up and say more. No, this is not. Together, we have no idea what we're doing, but we all will play a role in pushing for laws to change for victims. There's so much that needs to be done to protect the dignity of victims and their families. This is one small section: the missing children, the re-victimization in the justice system, sexual assault victims. There's people writing books who have somehow got inserted in a missing child's case with the playbook of how to get perpetrators off. We know that happens, but to see it in writing is something other. And these people are now inserting themselves in cases such as this, where a vulnerable missing child should have had awareness. Excuse you,
Wow.
Mr. Burper.
That wasn't me.
But there is this, we can't be normalizing this shit. We just got to get louder. I don't know. I don't have the answers of how it's going to get done. I really don't.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
But I know together we're going to continue to push back, because this is not normal. This is not normal behavior.
Yeah, fucking weirdo.
These are not normal things to think about other people. This is just completely out of this universe.
Like, what kind of alpha male bullshit podcast was she listening to that she thinks it's cool to
you don't even know what
slander
happened.
another woman for her healthcare decisions?
You don't even
That's nobody's
no.
fucking business.
You don't even understand what happened, though, of how we got there. You were gone. 4 men. 4. The Laura Lodge, Seth and Tony, the 2 Aidens, and they had a conversation about all of her past trauma, and it basically tried to slut shame her and say all this shit about her and demean her the other night. 4 men. And Betty was pissing and moaning. Fucking can't stand for shit. Couldn't stand up and say, that's too far, guys. We're going too far. We don't need to do that. That bitch was complaining because she got timed out for spamming the chat. Not because she stood up and said, enough's enough. You're going too far on the mother of a missing child. She got pissed because she was timed out for spamming the chat.
Hey, Twist.
That's how we got here. That's how we got to this part. Oh, Gramanini, thank you so much. You guys, I'm so behind on emails. So fucking. Yeah, Thor, you're amazing at it. All of you guys are amazing at it. Like you guys don't even understand how important it is that you guys are really truly the voices of, like, this is not just a singular, like, I think people start thinking, well, you know, we talk about it. It is not just a me thing. This is a huge thing that needs to, this is so beyond us. The voices of this needs to be the families, the people that this is happening to. We just want to do anything and everything to back them, to get laws to change, to get their voices heard, to get their stories told. We just got to change how this is all done and elevate those voices that matter. This isn't about me or anybody else individually. This is every voice needs to be heard. These families deserve to tell their stories.
Hey, never say never.
These victims deserve to know that they're protected in telling their stories.
Hey, NorCal Jim.
It's crazy to me. Oh, CJK. Yeah, that's what they were saying earlier today, that some thought he did, some thought he didn't. Protect the victims. Yeah, we can all do better every time. We can all do better. And period, point blank, I don't know if you're still here or not. I saw your comments earlier. I was going to say something, but I didn't want to interrupt at that moment. But let him talk, please. Do not. I know there's a lot of people that have been really upset by things that are being said and stuff that's being flung out there over there. Please let her talk. Everything is handled. Everything that needs to be handled, I'm good. She will continue to twist and turn and fabricate lies.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
What about their other halves? Do the 4 men that were doing that, do they have other halves? Like, could you imagine?
One's married for sure, I know, and I think one has a girlfriend, and I don't know about the other 2.
Could you imagine if I came home and I was like, babe, I did
No.
that podcast today.
No,
What do
you don't.
think?
You don't even understand. The young one, the 26-year-old that was had a turning point chapter at his college, mind you. So I'm telling you exactly who these are without even having to tell you. No, he's got a 26-year-old girlfriend, and supposedly that's where he's getting his information about women's reproductive organs and arguing with a bunch of women and saying he's getting it. Yeah. He's oh, you missed a lot this last week, babe. Do you hear him? He's like, what the absolute fuck? Buckeye, that's great. That's absolutely great.
Yeah, right, NorCal?
Yeah, period, point blank. I don't know how that's even happening though, because I'm not even I'm not even talking about anything. No, you're good. Like, you're good. What what is, like, okay, let him do it. Let him, like, it's so weird. Yeah, body, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Thanks, Doxy.
Yeah, in a vapor, there's got to be way, like, I need to figure out a way to do better with like the titling, the series, like how to break it down into being more productive and helpful in getting awareness out. There's some other things like titling videos. It's hard because we don't want to disrespect the victim, right? We don't want to disrespect the victim and hashtag the victim and certain times and certain things we don't want to. But then we also get to a part where we want our video side by side with the other ones so it debunks or corrects or there's pushback or something. And it's like, it's very complicated. It's very, like, you want to keep respect for the victim. In the same time, it is so hard. Like, it's an algorithm game because it's a social media platform. It's an up. Duchess, I totally understand. You guys know how I was today. Kyle and I went to Costco. You couldn't tell me shit today. You couldn't tell me shit. You couldn't bother me today. I was floating on cloud nine, skipping through Costco. Kyle was home.
Yeah,
Kyle was home.
Date night. Let's go to Costco.
Yeah, date night. Go to Costco. I'm not even joking though. Oh, Body, I really appreciate that. Seriously. Thank you. Twist. Oh, thank you, Doxy. It's crazy out here. It's like, it's so hard. But I think there's small wins being made too. Like, if you look at it, the Rusiks, that's a big win for families. The Petito family, it's really interesting. I really encourage you guys, if you haven't seen that live stream that Justin on TikTok did with the Petito family, I encourage you to go watch it because they talk about what Hollywood is doing to these families. And that was a piece, like, that's even further up. Like, this is such a huge fucking problem. Such a huge problem. Oh, Aries. Hey, let them. Guess what? All of that stuff is so minor when you look at what's being done to Katie. That's why I can't even be bothered. Like, let all of the whatevers, let them say whatever, let them do whatever. I'm worried about Katie tonight. I'm not worried about myself. I'm good. I'm worried about the parents of missing children and the victims. Like, I don't give a fuck what she says or what she does. Like, we're talking about the parents of missing children here. What has been done to Katie is horrific. This little petty shit, what's being said over here, it's just noise. We've got to do something for all of the victims, the sexual assault victims, the rape victims of all genders, everything. Period, point blank. I appreciate you guys just coming and hanging out with me. And what? Coffee addict, what? Now that's fucking funny as shit, actually. That's funny. That's something that will never pan out. But that's funny. Let them run with that. Let them run. That'll give you guys some entertainment. Hopefully they continue to run with that. Period, point blank. I wouldn't be here without all of you guys because it's you guys that keep having the conversations, pushing for the conversations, showing up to be part of the conversations, knowing that things need to change. And collectively, we're all doing our little part. We don't have any answers, but we're all just doing our little part, trying to figure out how we can help. And it matters. It really does. By the way, we are doing an impromptu fundraiser this week. And because we have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing friend of mine that has a birthday tomorrow. So if you wouldn't mind, she might not see it now, but she'll see it. I'll make sure she comes back and watches. But would you tell the beautiful Amethyst happy birthday for me? And in honor of her birthday, she's going to pick a fundraiser, but we're going to throw something in for this weekend. Oh, it's okay, Sunny Cat. I heard that went, or there was a live, but you can see what I was watching today. And I tortured myself. Like, I could have watched other things, but when I did watch something and wasn't in, this is what I was paying attention to because I was just dumbfounded. Oh, there she is. She's got chicks, so she's a little busy at the moment. And by the way, her baby chicks are the cutest fucking things in the world. Am is truly, I can't say enough. There's so many people in here that I'm so lucky to stand beside. She's probably going to kick me because I announced it's her birthday, but she is one that never makes a fuss about her ever. Like, ever. So we will celebrate with you guys this weekend, though. You guys are so funny. Yeah, you know what, Toots? Here's the thing is I would rather stand against not making accusations and being blindsided and completely wrong. Like, I really genuinely have no idea. So I don't even have, like, I don't feel guilt one way or the other. Like, we shouldn't have opinions, really. We don't have enough information to make educated, really, opinions on. There's just too many possibilities. There is, but there isn't, but there, we just don't know. So I'd rather remain on the side of, like, I don't fucking know. And I'm not about to, like, cast judgment on something I don't know. You forget, like, they're trying to get a circumstantial case built here. They've been very open about that, talking about that. I'm not good with just, and people like this sitting on the jury. Let me be honest here. I'm not. Do you see how crazy some of these people are? Can you imagine those being on a jury of your peers? Sebastian deserves to be found. And
the parents deserve to be fucking helped.
Yes.
If not at the very least left alone.
Yeah, this is when we rally around other human beings when they're at the worst time, not publicly vilify them. Like, it's just crazy. Crazy to me. Yeah. It's crazy. And I'm so glad you said that because I'd rather, like, the whole thing about the right side of history. Oh, Duchess, I'm far from that. You know that. Like, voice of reason and my name have never gone hand in hand. I can just speak of what I stand for and what we believe in. But you can hear that it's not just me that believes in this shit. Kyle is just as passionate about this shit as I am. We're not just sitting here talking about it. We believe that victims deserve better. My other half is involved in this and can tell you how fucking foul this is. He tells people, when he goes to work on places, he's having these conversations with people, his parents, their friends, because it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that this is being normalized in our society. And you can basically make connections to so many different areas. It's fucked up. So with that, I'm going to get off here because I could just, you get migraines. I sure, like, ugh. The amount of stress that this has caused so many people. And there's becoming, like, a big portion of society that knows and can empathize with these parents on like, they too have had something tragic happen to their family and they've been shredded like this online. Like, there's becoming a whole segment of our population that knows how this feels.
You see what Revival said?
Oh, yeah. You want to talk about the
Yeah,
word
I'll
consumed
talk
right
about
quick? He said, yeah, I'll talk about it.
I need the computer.
Oh, you want them to hear you,
I don't
actually?
wanna yell from the other side of the room.
Here you go.
Okay. Who is it again that was talking shit? Was it BJ or?
Just don't say anything real.
No. Which one was it?
BJ, yeah.
Oh, BJ, if you're listening,
You said the word consumed.
which you probably are.
She won't hear it anyways.
Oh, well.
Supposedly.
Yeah, I did say the word consumed. I say a lot of words. Most of them don't make sense. I go for big words. It makes me feel smart. But
She tries that too. So
in reality, since I didn't think my words were going to be dissected like this, maybe I should put it straight. She gets hyper focused when she pays attention to bullshit like this on the internet. It's not consumed. It's more hyper focused, and that's it. That's not like, I fully support everything she does, and I'm proud of her for being able to do what she does, and well, I mean, I guess deal with her own trauma in this certain way too. So she's helping a lot of other people deal with their trauma. She's pointing out things that she's learned over years of therapy that obviously you should probably try to get some. But yeah, stop taking words out of my mouth. When I say that she was consumed on something, I meant she gets hyper focused, and that was it. So quit trying to put words in my fucking mouth, you psycho bitch. Was that okay?
No, I'm the psychopathic bitch because
No.
times and dates matter to me. That's what she said. I'm psychopath because times and dates matter.
Yeah, hyper focused.
Tell her you would like to speak to her spouse someday and just have a one-on-one man-to-man conversation.
Yeah,
we want.
Yeah. I want to talk to your manager.
We want to talk. Well, that's not him, but we just enjoyed him. He was actually brought some humor to your panel, so any day, bring him back. At least he was entertaining for a whole 5 minutes. So there's that. Focus keyword, hyper fixated. Is that what you said?
Focus.
Hyper focused. Yeah, he's not wrong. Not at all. Like,
That's like when I'm at work. She doesn't bother me because I get hyper focused.
we were just talking about that today. Like, he's the same exact way as I am, but just in his craft, like in the craft that he does, he's OCD. And that's not a joke. So he is the same exact way. Like, we meld so well together on that. Except when he's making me peel rocks off the backing of tile sheets, and then I want to piss and moan because I'm like, okay, you want me to sit here and do this and dump these little rocks in a bucket? Because that's the difference between custom and like generic. He takes, you know how you get tiles in Home Depot, the rock ones.
They're called mosaic sheets.
Sheets.
The river rocks come on backing that's all glued together, and they come in 12-inch pieces that can be interlocked together. But most people, when they interlock them, they don't do it the right way, and no matter what, you're always going to see grout lines through it. So I usually, when I'm doing river rock, is I'll install like 5 total sheets in a shower, and then I'll piece everything else individually.
It's so annoying because that backing on those tiles or that river rock is like scratchy, itchy burn. And I've sat there with him and picked that shit off, and he's over there like arranging the rocks in all this beautiful pattern, and I'm like, one motherfucker, two motherfucker.
It's gotta be natural.
We work really well together, in other words. Learn your verbiage nonsense. By the way, can you please say over and out, brother bear?
Over and out, brother bear.
Isn't that the fucking weirdest shit you've ever heard?
Yep.
She was pissing and moaning, thinking that somebody was going to repeat the phrase brother bear. She's like, and don't take that. No, do you understand how fucking corny that sounds? Ain't nobody going to take that shit.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
Yeah, stupid shit.
I
Anyways,
said really dumb things, and that was pretty dumb.
To end with a laugh, at least, I hope whatever is going on with the parents of the missing, or Sebastian, and every missing child and every loved one, every family that's going through a tragedy, I don't know how we're going to make this stop. I really don't have any answers, and I'm sure neither do you, because unfortunately this continues to happen to one family after another. But Your pain's valid. Your trauma's valid. You're seen. You're all heard. Unfortunately, not loud enough. We need to make it louder so people understand that this is not going to be normalized. This cannot be normalized. We cannot enter society that says things such as the things we've heard and okay with it. Truly. These parents' pain, the trauma, the victims' trauma that all of them are going through, it is valid. It is very real. This is real life. This isn't a show. This is what has happened on the daily for the last year of their life.
She hates being called BJ?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Was that not actually her name? Is it a nickname?
No, it's her name and it scrolls across the bottom of her screen.
It's
But
not
then
just
she said that
it's
saying
not
her
a
name's
nickname she learned in
intimidation.
college?
Oh, shut up. I had that same joke, you jackass. Actually, mine was Bob. Big old booty. Because in high school, I had a big booty. Now I don't. It's flat. Okay, Kyle's back. We get off track really easy over here. He's reading the comments. That's what's going on. No, thank you, Roro. No, no. I'll pass. Straight up. Over and out. Nope. No, I'm good. Would rather not have anything bear. I'm definitely not the cuddly bear type. YouTube bad actors. Oh my gosh, I'm getting out of here before Kyle gets us in more trouble, but we will be back. I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow or not. Tomorrow's kind of a busy day, actually. I've got some stuff going on. I'll be around in the morning time, but I don't know if I'll do a live tomorrow. But then on Friday, I think I might just do what we talked about and do like the biggest rumors over the last year that have been debunked and kind of do a walkthrough stream like that, just to have that back out there again, because the facts matter. And to everybody making posts and videos already, you guys are amazing. You are incredibly amazing for doing that. Thank you so much for standing up for victims and the truth. The facts matter.
I would
again.
I would kick in for Subaru Steve to go to Mars.
Oh,
only if it's a one-way trip.
I didn't even check. Oh, he probably did his video yesterday. Usually, I think it's Tuesdays. Is it Tuesdays or Wednesdays?
I don't remember.
I don't
ever listen to him.
I don't remember. All right, you guys. Good night. Have a safe night out there, and I will see you. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you guys Friday. Thank you once again for continuing to rally around these families and which way we can. Unfortunately, it's not enough. It'll never be enough, but someday I hope one less family has to go through this.
Stay
Bye.
classy, San Diego.
What's that from?
Ron Burgundy.